My name is Mason, and I'm a semi-professional sewer in my free time. I'm making this video to show you some easy ways to troubleshoot a jammed sewing machine. The things that you will need to complete these instructions are a pair of scissors, although a seam ripper would work fine, a T-piece, which is essentially a small screwdriver, but this one comes with your machine and is easier to use. Just a word of caution before we get started. A sewing machine does have a lot of strength and does contain sharp parts, and they're usually quite expensive. So there is a chance that you could break yourself or the sewing machine by incorrectly completing these instructions. Please use caution. Just in case you didn't already know, I'm going to take you on a short tour of your sewing machine. This is the top half of the machine. The top thread comes from up here. It goes into your machine, down, and eventually into the needle. Down here is your presser foot. The presser foot can go down while you're sewing in order to hold and move your fabric. It's picked up when you take your fabric out. The bottom of the machine contains the bobbin, which is where the bottom thread comes from. It's a smaller spool of thread, so it needs to be replaced every once in a while. Now that you're feeling more comfortable with your sewing machine, let's go through our steps. Step 1. Make sure that your pedal and your power cord are still plugged in. Believe it or not, this actually happens to me a lot. I pull these cords out without noticing it, and then I think that my machine is jammed. Anyways, always make sure these cords are on, because otherwise your machine won't operate properly. If all of your cords are plugged in, but your machine still isn't operating properly, then it's time for step 2. Make sure the foot was down. This is a very common problem I see a lot with early sewers. They leave the presser foot up when they're sewing. The presser foot needs to be down while you're sewing in order for the fabric to move at a constant pace through the machine. If your presser foot was up while you were sewing, which is a mistake that's very easy to make, you probably just have a knot inside the top or the bottom of your machine. Feel free to follow along with the next steps. If your foot was down and your machine is still not operating properly, move on to step number 3, inspecting your needle. This is something that's also very easy to miss. A machine's needle can easily get bent or broken without you noticing it. If the needle seems fine, then continue on to the next steps. If the needle is somehow damaged, remove it. Find another one, replace it. Make sure you find the tip. You don't want an unpleasant surprise for the next steps of your process. Step number 4 has us inspect the top half of the machine. Every machine is different, but basically all modern machines have a specific way to be threaded, and the way that they're threaded is carefully marked. You can see a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4 on my machine. Every step needs to be followed in order for the thread to go through the machine fully. I recommend that you undo the threading at the top of the machine and check for knots. Afterwards, rethread your machine and see if this solves the problem. If it doesn't, move on to the next step. Step number 5, check your bobbin. While it's possible that you ran out of thread down here, it's more likely that a knot occurred. If you can't see a knot, but the machine is making a grinding sound and can't seem to pick up the thread underneath it, there's probably a knot inside of this gray or metal area underneath the bobbin. This is where the T part comes in. You're going to need to unscrew this area, take the knot out, and then replace the parts. In order to do this, you'll also have to take the presser foot off. Since every sewing machine is, like I mentioned before, slightly different, this may take you more than one step to complete. Once whatever kind of knot that you have found in the machine has been removed and everything has been screwed on tightly and where it was, you're going to want to put the bobbin thread back in the machine. There's probably a little picture like this one showing you how the thread should go. Make sure that it goes this way. This maintains tension in your machine. If your machine is still making weird noises, or something else appears to be wrong, you're probably going to need to go to a professional, or at least someone who has more sewing experience than you. Good luck and happy sewing!